Alrighty. As I get deafened by someone's stream. Two people's stream.
Oh god. Why?
What happened? Did I scare
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
Get scared, I guess. Make sure it's working. Just need to do a quick little addition there. Can someone say a sentence for me?
No. Why would
Hello,
anyone want to do
greetings and
that?
salutations. How art thou?
I'm glad this isn't working.
Right.
Actually, I need to calculate something because I.
Feel free to take a moment.
Oh, understood.
This isn't working for me anyway.
I have
So I need
much more lay on hands than I thought.
to go to audio. I'm just gonna have to grab all of my audios separately. Just fine.
I had just left my lay on hands pool at 15 since I made the character because I forgot it levels up with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, how
it's
much do you
actually
have?
my paladin level times 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've got 35 points in that thing.
30. Oh my god. That's so
Yeah.
much more than you initially thought.
Yeah, I can
Wow.
cure like 7 diseases or poisons,
That's good.
and I can heal a lot.
That is crazy. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, it's a good thing I just checked that.
Good to know. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play the first song of the campaign. That's a little intense. I'll play something a little less intense for the return to our campaign. There we go. Okay. Well, here we're back after a month-long break of getting things back up and running. We're back with our session 34, The Return of the Odyssey, which is just entitled to return us back into our campaign. Quick little session recap on the things that happened the last time we had a session. For a quick reminder for anyone who may have forgotten, since it has been a little while. If there are any questions after the session recap, I will give people a moment to ask, and we'll answer them, or bring up anything that I may have forgotten, or that may have been forgotten overall. So, as the party had left Cock, and left for Ruinshire, one of the nights the party was camping, there had been a vision of light in the forest nearby. Upon inspection of the forest, it appeared to be on fire. The party had chosen to head further south away from the flames to protect themselves, their horses, and their camping gear, sleeping further away from the fire for the night. Returning to said location in the morning, the party took some time to investigate, only a little bit of time taken from their day, to see what may have caused it, whether it be a person or something else. After such investigation, nothing was properly found except for a small thing detailing it may have been a man-made fire. After investigations had, and seeing that no one was there, the party had ventured forth toward Arunshire. Upon reaching Arunshire, the party was able to talk and do a few things within the tavern, talk about the next location they are heading toward after their run to the Carabush Chasm, Antareth. Upon learning a few things from Doubt, the party was able to learn a few things on why the people steal and do the things they do. why the more poor folk are how they are, explaining the bad and some of the good within it. The next morning, as the team gathered, ate their breakfast, and prepared themselves for the trip forth toward Padstow, they had met with a woman who was working on a map. The map seemed rather detailed, to a point, and had talked her down on her original price, attempting to haggle and get a map for less cost, one that is highly detailed and more intricate in the ways of the newer buildings and or forests that have grown and or been built. Upon haggling the price down, the party purchased it. Upon receiving a new map, the party set out once more onto the road forth toward Padstow. About mid-journey to Padstow, the party encountered a storm, one they have never seen before. One where lightning was striking within inches of them, and sometimes even striking the party directly. After a little while of traveling as fast as they could through the storm, attempting to get out, maybe even find shelter, the party were met with elementals. Elementals who seemed to come down from the sky as if seeking the party out for being within the storm. After a long, or rather short, held fight, the elementals were dispersed, the party healed, and the storm subsiding. On the last night, most of the party, besides Ulrich, had a dream. They dreamt of an artifact and a dungeon. A location unknown to them, but familiar at the same time. Something they felt like they were supposed to be there in that dream, something they were after. All of them having the exact same dream. After a while, the party triumphantly finding the artifact they were after, Ashia ran forth to grab the artifact. Upon grabbing it, all of the members of the party awoke, like the snap of a finger. Ashia, awoken in her tent, realized that the artifact they had reached for is now within their hands, as if it wasn't only a dream, something more material. The party discussed things about it. Legavada had made themselves present and told them that they may have caught the eye or ire of a demon. Someone who may want to play a game, or is playing a game, with them as their pawns. After leaving, the party set off once more for Padstow. And that is where we left off last session. You are just outside of Padstow, about half a day away. Is there any questions or anything I may have missed? If not, we will continue on the main map towards Padstow. I'll take that as there are no questions. I will be pulling everyone over to the main map.
Oh, actually, I do have one.
Shoot.
Trying to remember roughly how much gold I had. I have no cash currently. I thought it was like 200 left over after the map.
We'll say 238.
238. Understood.
Give yourself 17 silver and 50 copper.
That's about right.
I think that's rather close.
Yeah.
I can obviously check back on my last VOD from before and see if I checked your player
It
sheet.
wasn't there.
Okay. Sadly, it was not there, so we'll stick with that. I think that's rather
Yeah.
close to what you were left with.
Sounds about
So-
right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just for
Now-
tracking, I'm pretty sure Ulrich took the artifact and it's in his pack.
I believe you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All good.
Oh, Ava's messaging me. Yep. Ava, I will let you know if we do anything with that. Yes. So, I presume the party will just want to venture forth toward Hadstow for the last remainder of the half day, attempting to get into the town and to a tavern, somewhere where they can rest appropriately.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Okay. Well, the party gathered and prepared to go. The party travels the last remaining 10 miles Hadstow, seemingly unstopped, unhinged, and able to get there with no issues. The weather seems to be turning a bit on the sour side as you arrive. It seems the next day may be a bit of a heavier weather situation from quick inspection. I will now pull you all to Padstow.
Gonna take 5 years.
Take a moment, yeah.
That's on who's gonna be first.
Nick.
Probably Nick, yeah.
Yeah, Nick, probably.
I didn't test this map. There's one issue I gotta fix real quick. There we go.
Teleport.
Fine, no one's loaded yet.
I just need to take off token vision because certain people won't be here. I will add cinnamon onto the thing, so if you want to ride them, you can.
As it should.
I will say the party was able to find actually rather quickly. I can easily just bring you guys over to where the stables was last time. And have it so you guys start in the stables area. Because you guys would have already known where you were going. As the party arrived, they made their way to the stables, quickly found the man there. Whenever you have loaded in, you may feel free to interact. I will put a token down for that.
I think we were right. I think it was Nick first.
I think it was because he's like, yeah, because his mouse is flailing.
Of course, I was the last one to load in.
All right. I will unpause in 3, 2, 1. Cards are up.
Mhm. Well, a charming little hamlet.
Who's going to go take care of the horses?
Very good question. Well, I'm assuming this is the stable, correct? Yes?
Yes, this is the stables here.
Wonderful. Well, then I should probably actually get off my horse. I will probably see to the horses then, unless someone wishes to do so, or something.
Thank you, Ulrich.
Wonderful. Very good. Alright, so the wagon and... You know what, that's a good question. How do I extricate myself from horseback?
And
And
Ah, yes. Wonderful.
also, as a note for you, Jaron, if you hold R and move your mouse around, you can
Whoa.
actually rotate your token. So you don't have to use control
That's
to
cool.
rotate.
Cinnamon, you'll be staying here for a time. Make sure the others are well behaved. Yes. Now then. Greetings.
Yes, How can I help you?
Yes, I take it that you are in some way, shape, or form an associate of the stables. Am I correct?
Yes, I actually run the stables.
Most
I-
wondrous. Well, as I'm sure you can see, we are in somewhat of a need of boarding for our animals.
Is that 4 horses and a wagon?
Yes, it would be indeed.
Okay, let me just quickly write that down. 4 horses, 1 wagon. How long will you be staying?
That is a good question. I'll probably pay for the day now, and if we should happen to stay overnight or something, I will compensate you duly on the morrow.
Ah, perfect. All right, 1 day stay for 4 horses. We're looking at 2 silver a horse, so you're looking at 8 silver, and for storage for the wagon, we can put that around the side unless you would want that stored in the building. If you want it stored in the building, it's going to be an extra 2 silver.
What's that? First, that puts us around a gold, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Might as well go for that then. Keep things simple. Here you
Perfect. Thank you, good sir, and I will take
Wonderful.
their leads from you and get them all set up.
are. Indeed. Here a bag of treats I have for Cinna. Fine and noble beast of cock, you know.
Ah, I see. Yes, they will be taken care of very well, so do not worry.
Wonderful. Thank you, my good man, and have a nice day.
You as well, and I hope you get everything you need from town.
Certain. Now then. Now lead on, someone.
Well, what do we want? Do we want to get supplies? Do we want to go to the tavern?
That's a very good question. I mean, a meal would probably be nice after having travelled for some time. And we can discuss our next steps from there.
I think the tavern's that building there.
You would see
That's a
on
good
the
question.
sign the Succubus Tavern,
Yep, that's
the
it.
one you had seen before.
Doubt this sounds like a den of iniquity.
What do you mean?
The name is very suspect.
We've been here before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were here.
Yes, indeed.
You got drunk.
That would probably explain my troubles remembering, yes.
All I can remember
often
is
the habit of
Asha
being drunk.
just running around, screaming about the rabbits, and you sleeping under a cart.
That does sound somewhat familiar, yes, come to think of it.
Where did Rayleigh go?
That is a good question.
Oh.
Ah, I see. Oh.
Oh,
He
why am I
ran
going
back
to
to
that
I think he
control?
forgot something.
Go on.
Why do I feel like you can control all of these tokens?
Because I had access to them.
God damn it. I was wondering why they were moving.
One moment, I must check something most important. There are no hot women in this room. Understood.
With a 0, you look around and notice no woman, even though there are women sitting at tables. You do not see them, Ulrich.
None of them are dummy mommies, they don't count.
Does that mean you perceive Allison as a woman?
It means I don't perceive Allison as a dummy mommy specifically. Just as a woman.
Most of these tokens
Yeah,
will
we don't
appear
want to start
hostile.
another elven human race war.
Question, are we staying for the night?
Well, that's something we need to determine. I don't think we have any pressing need to stay the night.
And just get the meal and leave?
I suppose a meal, any supplies that we need, that sort of thing.
Fair enough. Ah,
Can I help you?
you just casually trying to find the
It is at the top. And
I
for
will
everyone's knowledge, I am updating the menu system eventually. I have it already started.
take a fried octopus with a amber juniper ale, please.
Okay. Which ale was that again?
A amber juniper ale.
I see. Well, your price will be 6 silver and 4 copper.
I will give you 4 copper
Mm-hmm.
and then a gold because I don't have any silver.
Well, give me a moment. Yes. Alright. Here's 4 silver in return.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. I'll wait to take the rest of your friends' orders before I go ahead and make yours.
Hello.
Hello,
Do
welcome
you
back.
want anything? Ah, yes. Greetings. I was thinking I might have, yes. Well, that's one order for snake pieces and a juice of some form.
Okay, well that'll be 7 silver and about 2 copper.
Yes, and I will, probably partake of the juniper ale myself and, some braised groundhog.
Some braised groundhog. Alright, so
7
that's
and
7
4,
silver
I
and
believe.
4. Yes.
Wonderful. Here you are. And, Relith, you should, probably pay for yours.
And I see that the little goblin with you wants some roasted celery and the Knights in Barrace wine. I see. 3 silver from you. And you, in front of me, what would you like?
I would like some corn porridge and moon juice. Here's 2
Corn
silver and 4
porridge.
copper.
Perfect. I'll be out with your order here in a moment.
Wonderful, thank you. Now then, how are our supplies looking? Do we particularly need anything?
I don't. Mm. Actually, if there's a blacksmith here, I might see.
I think we should be all right for food for the time being, so rations aren't too much of a problem.
You don't
We have
add
a bit
anything,
of a ways to go.
Allison? Right,
I don't know yet.
Yes, we have a good amount of provisions, and I'm sure we'll encounter other places we can stock up along the way, so probably best to just keep on moving. We have quite a ways to go.
I think Illyri's 2 or 3 days away. Maybe 4.
Something of the sort, certainly. That just depends on the weather and how fast we travel.
That too.
Anyone who takes notice will also see Ashia waiting idly around here, waiting for the plates and drinks to come out to help assist the tavern owner with bringing them to the table. As she usually does.
But yes, provided we don't run into any more elemental issues or trouble on the road, and we should make very decent time.
Well, I kind of hope there's no More elemental storms that would suck.
Or anything else for that matter. What is our path again? Ilri, then East Aragorn.
Ilri, Kilkirk.
And towards the
Twilight
Carol.
Ward. Unless Asha wants to stop at Hadalay, but
a bit out of the way.
it's a small
like-
detour.
And straight for the old Carabush chasm, wasn't it? Yeah. I suppose we'll probably stop at the Quiet Fort on our way there.
We
Well,
could
so
stop
closest
at
to the
Fort,
chasm.
Hey, pause. Really
Yeah.
random question. How much
Mhm.
would it cost to bring a longsword -2 back to a longsword normal?
You would know repairing a sword like that is going to take a bit of time. Rather than the price, it's the time.
Hmm,
Ew.
It could take 1 to 3 days to repair.
fair. Price-wise, what would it be? Or do you not have anything like that yet?
Seeing as the normal price of a longsword is about 15 gold,
Yeah.
to fully repair a sword is not fully damaged. You are looking at about 8 gold.
Hmm. I guess I'm keeping on to it. Fuck. I swear this sword is gonna kill me somehow.
You'll notice that the goblin stops in front of the tavern owner Limus and asks to assist him with taking the plates and drinks, in which he accepts. Hands them a few of the plates and the drinks, and then they walk over in separate locations to hand your plates of food and drink to your table. There you are, and the little goblin over there has the rest of it. Your juices and your food. There you are.
Thank you.
Do
Thank you
enjoy.
very much.
If need of anything else, I will be right over there behind the counter.
Many thanks. Well, it sounds like we have a plan at the very least. Very good. In that case, I suppose there's no reason to delay.
To be fair,
it's
we've
up.
kind of got like the next few weeks mapped out by the feels of it.
I'd imagine so. Been quite the trip, barring any, as we said, unforeseen detour.
To the Carabush Chasm, then to Shadore, and then all the way to Bridgetown. Can I suggest we don't go through the Crown Enclave? I don't feel like I have the money to be able to afford to go through there again.
Yes, I'd probably avoid that if possible. I recall we were going via Antarif to Shadore.
Yes.
Yeah, someone you wish to see. Very well. I would say we have quite a...
It was
few
more like
weeks
it was
planned.
the safer route to go through, but sure.
Certainly shorter. All the way back to... It is quite the journey we have planned. Well, as I said then, no point wasting time where we needn't. Om nom nom nom.
As the night had been passed the night before, the map was looked over and planned out on the course that was mentioned. With everything you all want to do, the plan calculated amounted to about an average of 950 miles of travel. It is about 44 days of travel with non-stop movement.
I don't have food for that.
That
I
was
think there's plenty
calculated
of
via
Yeah,
the
yes, indeed.
Might I suggest saving the money as much as we can as well, due to Antaref having potential stores that he might be interested in.
Yeah. A fairly wise decision.
I mean, it's not Zoc, but there is the occasional weird trinket store.
Most curious.
Did I hear something about saving money? You all in need of it? You hear a shout from Limus.
I
I'm not judging, I'm merely inquiring, because I did hear of a thing going on down by the Twilight Fort. They're looking for people who can wield a sword to help.
Oh, that's funny. That's where we're heading.
Oh no.
Well, I presume this will be for you then. Give me one moment. Wilfa, will you bring this to them? As Wolfa walks over, they lay on the table what seems to be a bounty. It is not of a person, though, it is of aberrations.
Hooray.
Right?
Yes, this has gone out to everyone, basically, in the continent. There's been a large battle foreseen in the chasms.
Great, wonderful. That's actually where we're headed. Wonderful. Fuck that. Oh god.
It started a while ago and it's still been going on, so now they're looking for anyone and everyone. Mercenaries, adventurers, bounty hunters.
Oh, it's a good thing we met of you right now. Let us go down there.
It's just Allison's just face planted on the table, just like no.
See Ulrich's eyes are light with righteous indignation.
But, I'll leave this with you then, if you so wish.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Alison, why do you look like you've been defeated by something?
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave.
I mean, it's going to happen regardless.
I know that, but they could have sent someone else as a messenger.
Okay. You don't think they'd had the same problem if you were just there with them?
No, I mean I could have been helping all this time, or at least trying to.
If I remember correctly, the reason you were sent away in the first place was, in its own way, to help. There are many ways to do so other than by simply wielding a sword.
I know, I guess now I feel guilty because we've had moments of luxury and stuff. I'm not saying that it wasn't deserved, just saying if I was there, someone else in my place could have had a better time with it.
Well, I trust that if your commander chose you for this purpose, then they knew what they were doing, and that they did so for the good of everyone. Anyway, it redoubles our cause, as it were. It gives us even less reason to dawdle, and all the more reason to get a move on as swiftly as possible.
Yeah, I have 14 days of rations. So,
Very good.
We could at least, I think we should be fine with Kael'Kirk.
In that case, we can head out after lunch.
so remind me again, in what order are we going of path taking?
So we're going to Eerie,
Mm-hmm.
Kael'Kirk, down straight to the Carabush Chasms.
Okay. So part of that path is something I have not done. Actually, I don't believe I've been in Illy yet, so 2 paths.
No,
If you would
can
like, when you are describing the location, you may bring out the map, and I can switch you all over to the map so you can show the route you may wish to take.
If everyone's okay with switching, because I'm currently trying to look on the Discord map. So I need to manually zoom in by
Just open it in a
squeezing
browser.
my eyes and getting close to. It's very blurry.
Open it in a browser. It's lovely and high definition.
No, it's not for me. It's blurry.
Well, that is up to Doubt, as he is the current map wielder.
I mean, we can. Sure.
No, leaving it up to you. It's just adds a bit of flair where you can look at the map.
Please visualize it for me. Thank you.
Okay. So we're
So
starting
first we go-
here. We're gonna go all the way down to Eelry, which we've been before.
Mhm.
Then from Eelry, we're going to Kael'Kirk, which I don't believe you've been.
No.
And then from Kael'Kirk, we're heading down towards Hadley. Which then we are going straight to the Carabush Chasms.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know, because there used to be a path directly like this, I believe. Now we have to.
And then
Okay,
we're going
that's where my
from-
brain is.
Probably the Twilight Fort at that point. To Hadley,
And
up to Antwerp, through the Osmond Woods towards Shadowray, down from Shadowray to Antwerp again, Kael'Kirk, and then Bridgetown.
Seems Nick wants to go elsewhere. Seems Nick wants to do a second stop at Kilkirk.
I'm going to bring us back
Mm-hmm.
to the tavern.
Okay.
For all done with eating, anyone needs to do anything?
Nope.
I shouldn't think so, no. In that case, let
Also,
us...
has Ava said anything that you need
No,
them
they
to do in
have
town?
gone away from their phone, so
Oh, okay.
they are not here at the moment.
The goblin's eating under the table, don't mind her.
The goblin finishes their food and quickly gets out from underneath the table to follow the party. Taking the plates and the cups to the counter first. The goblin runs back and forth.
If Nick needs to do something, he is gonna leave the door. No. What the? if he's being mean.
Now then. Well, that was a much shorter stay at the stables than expected.
As you stand outside the stables, you can kind of just hear a man talking to himself from inside. Seems he may be talking to the horses since he's taking care of them.
Knock, knock, knock. Open door.
You quickly hear the voices stop as the man rushes toward the door. Yes. Oh, I see you're all back.
Yes,
Are you
welcome
done
to-
already?
Yes, we're here to collect our horses.
Well, you paid for a full day. Let me, give me a moment. I can't charge you for a full day if you're only staying for, like, an hour. Give me just a moment.
Is
I
your
see.
money already?
Scrunches through a bag.
Oh,
But yeah, you only stayed for like an hour, so here's 8 of your silver back.
I suppose that is just indeed. Thank you very much, my good.
I run a legit business here. I don't want to, ruin
I
someone
would
out of their money.
expect nothing less. Thank you very much.
Let me to grab your horses and your cart. First horse that exits is Cinnamon.
Pat, pat. Good cinnamon.
And then from there, they retrieve the other 3 horses as Leo hops on top of his. The other 2 are placed and saddled, strapped to the cart, and pulled out. Your cart's ready to go.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you decide to stay with me again if you come by.
Will do.
I do hope you all safe travels.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
And he enters back inside the stables and shuts the door.
Something tells me that the guy is lonely.
Most
Or he
probably.
just likes the animals.
Mm.
Or he is stark raving mad. I'm not. Certainly one of the above. Back to the dusty trail, as it were.
And off we go.
As you all travel, begin to leave town, I've written a note to make a cart token that you guys can actually ride, which will make things a little easier for you.
All in
As you
due
all
time.
traveled a little while, upon reaching this area, I will pull you all down here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Upon reaching the tree, grab all your tokens and pull them down for a moment.
Also, real quick, is there a
Yes.
reason you're not streaming?
I forgot to start my stream.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Because we were talking about you
Ah,
streaming and setting stuff up
damn
for
it!
it.
No, I set up everything
It's
and I
fine.
forgot to hit start
they only missed us having
streaming.
lunch.
Yeah, it's
I
just
should have said it sooner.
it's fine. Unfortunate,
check,
but
stream
it's
check.
fine. That is fine. Just don't have the session recap on my stream, so I'll just use Night Blakes or Next for that. No, that's fine. As you all go by the tree, with the natural insight of most of the party except for Ulrich, the 3 of you will notice an arrow. Never mind, Ulrich's insight's
Where's the
actually
hot
not that
woman?
or perception. So, instead of a woman, Ulrich, the 4 of you will see an arrow in the tree with what seems like a note in a ribbon wrapped around it as you are passing by.
That will hop out of the cart. To go
The
check what it
cart
is.
is slowed and stopped as Dowd hops out to check what the arrow entails.
How is it sticking in? Is it like looking like
It
it was
looks
shot
like it was
like this?
shot into the tree. It's more like it was shot from, um, out. Yeah, from like this direction. Yes,
Okay.
at an angle, so it would still be seeable from the sides, like here.
Yeah, so somewhere like.
Yeah. The arrow is not directly damaged. No, it is just sticking in the tree.
Okay.
Okay. So as you take the arrow out of the tree, Doubt, a little goblin runs up asking to take the arrow.
Hands
Not
the
the
arrow.
letter, but the arrow.
Hands the arrow.
And now the gobbo has one extra arrow. Okay. As you unveil the note, I am giving you ownership of something in the journal section. You may read it out loud or read it to yourself, however you may wish.
Okay.
Um,
Dearest Arusha, in the tapestry of life, woven the threads of adventure and wonder, you have become the brightest star in my sky. Every moment spent with you is a treasure hoarded by my heart, a rare gem that glistens in the twilight of our shared journeys. As the days grow longer and the nights warmer, I find my thoughts ever more consumed by you. The enchantment of your presence is a spell I willingly fall under, time and time again. It is in the spirit of enchantment and discovery that I extend to you an invitation. At dusk, when the world is bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, I shall await you at the top of the marsh hill, there where the land meets the sky. I wish for us to share a moment that transcends the mundane. As the star begins to awaken, I hope to see your silhouette against the horizon, a beacon of light in my life. Let us revel in the beauty of the twilight, whispering secrets to the wind, and dreaming of adventures yet to come. Yours in this life and the next, Tormund.
did you just read out a love letter?
I did read
What
that
does that
little
mean?
letter.
What does all that mean?
It means that I need to put this note back.
Or we need to give it to the person?
Oh, do we want to head back to go give it to a person?
No, but
Uh,
without the arrow, how are they gonna see it if it's on the floor?
Doubt pulls out an arrow and just shoves it into back right where it was. There we go.
Understood. An arrow is very loosely put into a hole in the tree.
would you like something more sturdy,
And like
Dad?
that,
I could
because
lend
the
you a
other arrow had
javelin.
some form of hinting that this was the arrow that she was waiting for.
This is very odd. Anyway,
Let's get going.
yeah, I'm sure it's none of our business, really.
Oh,
Whoosh.
Okay. And as you all exit Padstow and continue your journey towards Ewer, the winds have begun to pick up and have started to get a bit heavier. Which direction? East. The winds are blowing towards the east.
Ah, the joys of traveling with the wind at your back.
I feel like it's more to our side.
Well, somewhat. We'll be going easterly at some point.
At some point.
Yeah. The pressing question is, how far do you think we'll make it in a day? Well, half a day, really.
I feel like 12 miles.
Yeah. Should think something of the sort.
If we push a little further, we might be able to reach 15.
Well, I imagine that will be dependent on you and your wagon. Cinnamon is a fine beast and can make any trip.
We probably should do the 12.
You know, just to be safe, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. For the rest of the day, the winds begin to pick up more and more as you're traveling. And since you are not quite heading eastbound yet, they are at your side, but as you turn on the path to head a little bit more to the east, they are to your back. They begin to push you further forward a bit, and you are able to travel an extra few miles, as it seems to help with the whole wagon as the wind is blowing it. Helps the horses move it further.
Right, so what you're telling me is we need to build a sail.
We should build a land ship. Quick, everyone, set up the tents. Attach them to the car.
Technically, it could work because you're on
Technically.
wheels. But the day begins to set and night begins to rise as you all find the location to den for the night. Leo and Ashia have already quickly set up their tents and are resting. Well, Leo waiting for Ulrich to go to sleep so he can lay on Ulrich's bed.
I'm going to take first watch. Who's taking second? Okay. Who's taking third?
Yes, I can.
Understood. In order of watches, roll perception. And as a note, Dice So Nice is working, as I have figured out why it was not. So if you have not had the chance to fix your dice, you may take some time when we are not doing something to customize your dice. Okay.
Oh, yeah, performance.
18. Okay. Yeah, you did roll. It's understood. Okay. So 15 and 18 and a 22. Well, yeah, because you already added the plus one for the rock. Yeah. Okay. I will actually ask Nick to do his 3 rolls as well for the next day stuff.
71, 58, 72.
70s are just popular. Okay. Thank you. The night beginning to drag on further and further. As all your tents are set up, you enjoy the warmth of the campfire. You realize that it is better to take a nap or sleep sooner than later if you need the full 8 hours.
Ulrich, go the fuck to sleep.
Yes, yes.
As everyone Yeah.
so forth.
As everyone lies down to sleep or trance for the night. Down. As you look up at the night sky, you notice the clouds aren't too heavy, but you notice that where the moon is, the clouds are moving rather fast, as the wind is still heavy and picking up further and further. It doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Is it relatively cold wind, or is it like okay?
It is relatively cool wind. It's
Mhm.
not warm, but it's not cold.
That's good.
It is a cooling sensation.
Oh. Well, at least it's not raining.
And that's how you get rain.
At least it's not raining.
Just torrential downpour. Yeah.
And it's just on Doubt's head. Just
Just in one
localized.
area, yeah. Okay. Now, your watch will go by with no issue. After a few hours, you realize that you're going to need to nap soon. And you need to wake the next person.
You pull out his pipe, start stuffing it with the stuff he needs to smoke. Ariel, if it's your turn.
As Raylith sets up and sits near the fire, the warmth of the fire is nice, but the winds are nearly extinguishing the flame. It's staying relatively lit for the moment. But you notice a lot of the fire is being pushed toward the rocks you have set up around the fire. As you look around and do whatever it is you wish to do for the night, it seems quite peaceful. The sound of the forest, crickets, owls, and the like. Bit of flutter in the trees. It seems like a very peaceful night besides the amount of wind blowing and rustling everything around you. Seems your watch will go unhindered. And as time passes, you know it is time to wake the third person for their watch. Alison, you see that the fire, as same as Raylith, has nearly been extinguished at points. The wind, moving as fast as it is nearly blowing the fire out of itself, into the rocks and pushing the logs around, as they kind of topple over. But the fire is still going, if ever so lightly. And as your watch continues, the rustle in the trees from the wind, small critters moving about, taking shelter, and finding food. You look out and see the clouds moving quickly, and quickly, and even quicker. The winds picked up from earlier and have grown a lot stronger now. It seems the next day is also going to be a day in which you have to deal with the wind. Rolling for wind's change in direction. The wind is now blowing south from the north. As more and more time passes, the sun starts to rise. And you feel something strange as a few glowing lights appeared around the tents, Allison. Small little lights that swivel around, move about, and then vanish in but a moment. With your natural perception, you will have seen what almost looked like a small person with wings flying about for a moment. Ulrich, your alert would have been triggered.
Shoots away.
But the entity that was inside of your alert is gone. It was for a moment.
Yeah, this is how people go
Nonsense.
missing and get abducted. Following
Divine
those
sense
tiny shits.
will have detected. Let me double check something. Real quick. I believe you can detect if it's evil, correct?
Yes.
Just double checking that. You will have not detected an evil presence.
No, he does it me.
Actually, he would have. Because Raylith is technically under evil. So you would have had
Yeah.
one ping, but it would have been in the tent across from you.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah. Just in
Yeah.
your range. Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, I have
So
60
one
feet
ping.
of that, so yeah.
And I believe Ulrich already knows that Raylith pings is evil.
Yeah, I've done it around him enough times in the past.
But further, there is no other effect that you receive.
Ioria. Well, back to sleep I go.
As the sun rises, everyone will awaken, but Ashia, Doubt, and Leo.
Hmm.
No matter the time you awaken, those are the three who will still be asleep.
Shake, shake, shake. Awaken feline.
As you attempt to shake Leo, he doesn't awaken immediately. It seems like he's in a heavier sleep than normal.
Cats these days. Typical. Did
Let me
one
change
of
them
you
out
try
to
to
daylight.
did one of you try to enter the tent during the night? Well, somebody must have. Are you sure you didn't peek your head in during watch or something? My alarm triggered, you see. Very unusual.
Remember these lights? Small winged creature, I believe.
What?
came by and left.
Small winged creature. Like a fairy, like an imp. What manner?
I guess like a fairy. I don't know.
Very curious. Intruding upon my slum. How dare they? You can never trust Faye. If indeed that is what it was. I will trust your assessment of the situation, of course.
Allison,
Mhm.
one more note for you. The tents that had the lights around them were the tent you were sleeping in, as Ashley sleeps with you.
Yep.
The tent Doubt sleeps in. And the tent Ulrich sleeps in.
The lights were around Doubt's tent, mine and Asia's tent, and yours and Leo's. Speaking of which, should probably try and wake up Asia. Asleep.
Further investigation required, I should think.
I guess no luck with waking up.
Well, what do you attempt?
Well, first, just gonna say, Asia, wake up.
As you
There's
attempt to do so,
no luck.
there's no response. They seem
Shake
to
her
be
by the
sleeping
shoulder.
soundly. No pain or anything like that. As you touch their shoulder and try to lightly shake them, they still do not wake up.
I'm guessing she's face first. I'm gonna just lift open up her head and like open one of her eyes.
As you open one of her eyelids, you notice that the pupils are, I believe they are not dilated when you are resting, so they are in some sort of deep slumber. They are not waking up.
Can I roll Arcana to see if this is magical?
Sure. For a total of 21. You will be able to incipher that this may be Fey magic. This may be something to just be a tiny trick or a game a Fey may be playing on you. If it truly was a fairy that you saw before. Perhaps a harmless spell to make someone sleep longer or deepen their slumber.
Basically a prank.
Basically.
Just gonna lift Asia up and throw her over my shoulder and walk out.
Understood.
So, Asia is influenced by some form of spell, I think, by probably Fey magic. I'm guessing Leo is too, if he's not waking up. I'm gonna place Asia in Rayla's lap.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing, because I was awake at the time, Raylath is elven-like and you are a paladin, we were not affected by anything. I'm also elven-like, but besides the point.
I don't believe identify can actually be used in this sense. Let me double check. Yeah, because it's an object spell. It's mainly to detect what's on an object, not a person. The last line. Oh, okay. You learn what spells I need. Okay. Yep. Yep. Thank you for noting that. As you use your identify, you notice it is a form of the sleep spell. Something that would be unable to affect you, as you are unable to be put magically asleep.
What the fuck?
I think he's asking Allison this question.
Do you think it
Going
would
on.
work?
Ritual cast.
You will detect 2 traces of sleep. One on Leia, one on Ashia. As doubt is outside of your range, you cannot see that one.
Very curious.
Are you slapping Ashia? You do 2 points of force damage to Ashia.
God damn!
As you slap her awake, as she jolts awake.
All I can just imagine is,
I know Ava is here, so if Ava would like to have a reaction to that. At least she did say she was back. I'm not 100% sure if she may have walked away again.
That ugly cat face when the cat wakes up.
Well, I'm gonna go check. Let's see if I get attacked.
Oh boy.
As you open Doubt's tent, he is still soundly asleep.
Yeah, I should probably remove my shield and chainmail as I'm not wearing them currently. Shakes out shoulder slightly, just
Does not wake up.
get her asleep. You remember that, they might have a nightmare currently? So I might attack you? All I can imagine is Ralef just rolling his shoulder as he's winding up his hand.
Or you just... I guess this is technically how we should have been doing it.
Slap.
An arm strike. I mean,
Think you
I'm
could.
just going to say it hit. Yeah, you would have had advantage, so say it hits for 1 damage. Understood. Doubt, you are jolted awake and a slap across your face.
Cool. Eldritch Blast.
Actually?
Feasible.
Fucking
Yeah, Doubt got
stood.
attacked.
Target him and fire it.
It's a disadvantage because he's close.
Yep. He is within 5 feet.
And for being prone, isn't it?
Shoots a hole
think
in
that
the
is just
fucking
fine.
tent.
That hits, I believe. Yeah. He may be using something. Hold on. Just make sure.
It's also 1 damage.
Arcane deflection. So it,
It's fine, I get
Yeah.
2 in anyway.
well, for the first one, arcane deflection. And I believe arcane deflection only works once.
Why are you better at PvP hitting than enemies?
He's just hitting too. It's not like shield, no. So it only lasts for 1 spell.
Okay.
So this one will hit, unless
Oh!
for 9 damage. Allison, as you're standing just at the cusp of the door, as you hear the slap ring out on Doubt, you watch as Doubt's hand glows in that purple, ickish color that he's always had before, as his hand reaches out in a jolt of surprise. 2 Eldritch Blasts fire out in the direction of Raylith, one being moved out of the way by Raylith's hand using some sort of arcane shield, and then the other one hitting Raylith directly in the chest, blowing him back just a bit as he takes some damage, and his chest is now scorched. Just a bit.
Oh, fuck. Why?
The sleep spell was casted on you. Well, you, Ashia, and Leo, it seems.
Okay. Ugh.
No, as you take a moment to open your eyes, you notice what you've just done. There is a small hole in the side of your tent,
Ah, shit.
as well as a substantial burn on Raylith's chest from where one of your Eldritch Blasts hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Apologies. Ulrich, any success with Leo?
Well, I'm going to try something. Not entirely sure. Well, he is going to attempt to rouse him via telepathy, speaking directly into his mind.
Well, when
Okay.
he does that, I'm packing up my tent.
Give me... Give me an Arcana.
Understandable.
Unfortunately, even with your voice directly in his mind, seems he is still unable to respond and unable to hear you.
It only makes him sleep deeper because now he's comfortable.
I'm picking up the cat. Here you go, we have another one. Do your magic, whatever it is you do. Oh, I see. I know that spell.
For 1 damage to Leo, let me check something.
Oh, my boy.
He's not here, so I'm not gonna have him strike you. But like, it'd been funny if he pulled out his claws, because he has them.
Claws.
But he jolts awake, kind of slips and falls off your lap, and then quickly, probably screams, "What the hell? I was sleeping."
You were beset by foul fey magic. Don't worry, we have saved you.
Leo then kind of acknowledges it, but says you could have just set him in the cart as he walks over and curls into the cart
Well,
and
I
lays
did
down.
think about that, but probably safest for our travel. Now then, I have a tent to pack up.
Now I need to double check some more things because of
Then a spot of breakfast on the road.
No, the other party members are all awake. You do realize the wind has shifted.
There we
It is
are, 110.
going south now.
Now, spot of breakfast.
Oh, we get a chance to use this for the first time. I'll add in Leo and Ashia just so I can track this. Oh, one of my modules is inactive. That needs to be active for this to work. Give me but a moment, everyone. I hope it does not reload the Foundry, but if it does, give me just a moment. It will reload the Foundry. So bear with me for a moment. Everything will be back up in just a second. It is all back up. You all should be loading back. Nick is the first one in again. Oh, nope, never mind. It's Xena.
Scream.
And then Nightblade. Okay. Once everyone is in, let me know when you have all loaded in. See the map, and I will do the thing again. Nick, Xena, Nightblade. No, we wait on Zajato. Is that is Zajato? Okay. Understood. One thing to note, while you are traveling, it will be noticed that Leo is uncomfortable in his sleep while he is catnapping. And if checked on, you will notice he is a bit warmer than normal. Seems your friend has come down with a fever.
I'm not in the cart to check on him. No. When he needs
Fuck.
me most.
The cat became sick. Well, who knows a good vet to go to?
Good, well,
Maybe if we hurry, we can go to thingy with Scrungle. Because you know he's a cat owner. He knows what to do.
Very valid point. Well, I've eaten. Now it is time for us to resume our travels. I
Okay.
assume everyone packed their tents and so on.
Yep. Off we go.
As everyone finished packing their tents and their items, they all made their way to the cart and finished prepping everything and made their journey and their tent stay short. They ate their breakfast and prepared for the venture forth. You all can now travel again.
Quite a ways to go, so I imagine full journey is in order. Onwards.
As you travel onward, the wind blowing from the north, so now it is slightly to your back, but also to your left. It is pushing you forth ever so slightly, allowing the horse a bit of reprieve from pulling the tent or filled cart and the player filled cart with some assistance. Yeah, okay. I was just double checking something. Okay. I presume you would like to travel the full amount you possibly can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, as you begin your travels, you will be able to travel an extra. This is another 5 miles to your journey due to the wind at your back. It helped the horses with the cart and gave you a bit of reprieve from the slowness that the cart can have due to the uneven roads and terrain. As you all reach the dawn of night, the sun begins to set. You know it is smart to settle down again. Camp once again.
More sleep. Yes.
Would you all like to get off of the road for the night or stay on the road for the night?
Probably wiser to get a little ways off, blocking the road.
Interesting. You all kind of dip into the trees a bit, hoping to find a small area to camp, one less seen by the road. As you settle in for the night, get yourself set up. Ulrich, you did indeed notice that Leo had come down with a slight fever, so we're checking on him.
Lay on hands.
Understood. With a single use of your lay on hands, it seems as though the sleep that was a little uncomfortable for him relaxed, and he seemed a bit better after such.
Be well, my son.
You know, Ulrich, I have a question. Why do you never do watch?
I need my beauty sleep.
You
I
motherfucker.
mean, I'm not particularly good at it.
I do
as
run
you
night.
know. Well, yes, but I'm not particularly good at it.
Okay, and I'm really not good at it either.
Well, I'm not terrible at it. Besides, we have
Oh
a
wow,
goblin.
it's so nice of you to offer to do watch tonight, Ulrich.
I have a cursed artifact to examine. I was going to do that last night, actually. But so many
Weren't we
things
told
took
not to
place.
touch that thing?
I mean, it's wisest not to interfere with it. Check something, however. By force, casting protection from evil and good on myself before doing so.
Let me double check something. What would you like to do, Ulrich?
Probably a little bit of a religion check. to examine this accursed item and avoiding touching it as much as possible.
I will need a religion check from you and a sleight of hand
Mm. You know,
as
I'm
you are
very
handling
good
something.
at that whole thing. Oh shit, I am.
He's actually not that bad. All right, understood. With a 19 for a religion check, um, as you look upon the symbols in the artifact, you feel as though you may have read something. Something within the churches of Kok about symbols related to this. As you look deeper into it, being extremely careful to not touch the artifacts as you move the cloth around and are as careful as can be, not letting it slip or fall or not needing to catch it, being as careful as possible to touch it. Protection on yourself from fiends and undead and the like. You examine it more and more and closer as one symbol stretches to your mind as you look upon it. This is the symbol of one of the many demonic churches that are listed in Kok, some of the history books. Symbol of a devil named Astaroth.
Mm.
This devil is
Ashia,
known
what have you done?
to play many tricks. And as soon as you've caught their ire, or even their eye, it is very hard to loosen it. They tend to play a game until you've won their game.
You're in.
What kind of game they may be playing with you is unknown. But the fact that you have this means all of you may be under the watch of a devil.
Some ways explain the other night, or at least an unrelated incident. No, I probably would have felt something. I would, of course, wrap that all back up deeply in the pack. Safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He's just deep in thought.
Dart is going to reach into their pack and pull out a book. Start reading it.
Ulrich, roll me a d100.
Ho-ho.
Damn, these 70s.
Yeah, it seems to be the number of the night.
It is really the number of the night. It's a lucky number.
Yeah.
Understood. As some of you ponder in thought, others reading books or passing the time, the sun has set, and it is time for watches. Who will be taking watches for the night?
Yes, I am. No, I'm taking first, or I'm not sleeping. Well, if I take first watch, then I'm sleeping. If I'm not taking first watch, I'm sleeping through the entirety of watch, and then you got to get Ulrich to do watch.
Yeah, I think it's best for Doubt to take first.
But remember, I drug myself to sleep because otherwise I attack people in the morning.
Understandable. Hmm.
Unless, like you want to take first watch. I'll just sleep through the entire night.
Where's the goblin?
They're not here.
They're in bed already.
The goblin actually offers up to take a watch
Oh shit!
as they step out of their tent.
Damn.
With Raylith for the first watch, as he is called for.
Well, Dad, I guess you're sleeping, so I share second and I'll do the last.
Alright, thank you very much.
Understood.
Which tent is Ashia's?
Which tent Rayleigh goes into the opposite one of that. So I'm guessing Doubt's here, you and Leo are here, then I guess Rayleigh is here, so me and Asher are here. I don't know. Does it matter?
Alarm. He is casting it on this tent tonight.
What? Huh?
Why is he protecting Asher?
Well, it won't trigger for you two, but it'll trigger for anything else.
Fair.
So,
Wait, why is... Oh,
Yeah.
I did... Nick, I thought you were gonna do first watch. Why are you going in your tent?
I thought Dad was doing first watch.
No. Nick is first, Asher is second, me is third.
Goblin.
Well,
Goblin
confused
on the
now.
con.
yes, you said it right. It is Raylith, you, Ashia, you.
I'm losing my marbles.
We're all
Okay.
insane. We never had marbles to begin with.
Raylith, roll me perception, and then I will roll it for Ashia, and then we will have Allison roll. I like how mine appeared first. 16, 12, and you don't really have to roll if you don't want to.
There you go. Just the exact same one.
Exact same, yeah. That's great. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let me double check something. For a moment. Uno momento. I just need to check this one more time. Okay. Let me grab a thing really quickly. Okay. I'm going to grab a quick thing from here. Understood. This one will be good enough for what I need. Okay. Got that, put that there. Close out of that. Here. This. go. What's that? Is there anything in particular Raylith would like to do? Where is this? No, okay, there it is. Sorry, let's check that in just a second. Just trying to fix this. Okay. Oh. As your night begins to further, and time passes a bit, you hear a rustle from just out of your vision, just out of view, down to the south, and someone begins to walk toward your fire. How big is the alarm spell, Jaro?
It would be the radius 10, basically. So
Just
anything
the 10.
crossing the boundary of the 10, yeah. That's what he would
Okay.
have set it up for.
So this will not trigger alert then. As you pass your mage armor, you see the woman standing there, making no point in being quiet, weapons at their hip, not drawn. They are indeed armed as they approach you. They walk as if they hunger and are thirsty. They kind of stumble a bit as they approach, making no point to be quiet or silent or stealthy. My name's Akasha. I saw your fire and thought I'd seek aid, if possible. I come without harm. As they kind of raise their hands a bit, keeping them a little bit away from their weapon. Will you hear me out? Nothing more than a bit of struggle finding something to quench my thirst. With your perception, Raylith, as they are speaking, as they stepped a bit closer into the light of the fire, as they said something to help them quench their thirst, you will notice two large fangs. I believe that is just a very... Let me double check that. Yep. As a whistle is blown, and it is very loud, so those who wish will waken from their sleep to a loud noise as Akasha kind of covers their ears. I swear, I'm not trying to harm anyone.
Tolric bolts awake and in his paranoia currently. That.
What is going on? Oh, hello.
They kind of back away in fear a bit. Okay. As they very slowly undo the weapon belt around their hip and gently put it on the ground in front of them. And then they stand back up with hands at their side. They have de-armed themselves. Divine Sense. You will detect. Ooh, I need to check that. Fuck.
Celestial fiend or undead, very
They-
holy or very evil?
Undead.
Oh,
Not
understood.
holy, not evil. But they are undead.
Oh, I think this is connected to the fucking box.
As Ashia kind of peeks out from the tent, looking at the woman just to the side. I merely came here to ask. I'm not going to take anything. Not willing.
What's going on?
I came in search of help with quenching my thirst. Okay. Please don't harm me. I swear.
One by
I'll
one,
leave if
each party member is going to get telepathy, just undead.
I'll leave if not. I'll leave right now.
No, you're
I mean no harm.
fine. What do you mean by quench your thirst? Sorry, I just woke up and I'm a little confused.
They kind of open their mouth a bit to show their fangs.
Oh, damn, huh?
Been a hard struggle since everything's been happening. I don't take. I always ask.
That is fair enough.
I'm just struggling recently. It seems everyone's very afraid of us vampires then.
I can understand probably why, but you seem
Some of
nice
us
enough.
do give the others a bad rap.
Mm.
I didn't really have a choice in my becoming one, so.
What is your name?
Akasha.
Kasha.
It will be AKASH.
I am Delt. It is nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. As she kind of looks around at the party, a little squeamish, less squeamish but more shy, kind of wanting to back away from this.
Right. Well, obviously, this one's not trying to hurt us people. Just chill out a little bit.
That is not the name of the arrow.
No, it was a Rusha.
I mean, I can leave if need be. I didn't mean to disturb your sleep.
Rayleigh, stop being an asshole and at least explain why.
They kind of very sheepishly kind of walk forward and sit down.
Ulrich's gonna sit on this log here, sword just leaning at his side, and holy symbol in his offhand. Ready action.
Understood.
He's just preparing a spell, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Are you allowing me to drink a bit? I don't want to. No, that's not quite how this works. You won't turn into one of us unless a more powerful one, unlike me, would to, enforce a sort of ritual on you.
I thought vampires were like, oh, drain you until you're like dead and then leave you for a few days.
Something like that.
Mm.
But I cannot do it myself.
All enough.
I will only take as much as I need to last for the next day or so. A few. It won't be much. You may feel ever so slightly lightheaded, but that is normal with blood loss. And from there, they will take your arm and bite into it. You will take 2 piercing damage. And you will be drained of a bit of your blood, feeling only ever so slightly queasy after the fact, as your blood was drank out of you in a very quick manner. Makes you feel dizzy and queasy afterward. A long sleep or rest after such should help. As they let go, seemingly within control of themselves, they kind of wipe the blood from their lip. I don't really have a destination. My home was raided a while back. Kind of wander for now. Until I find a place where I can stay.
How long is that going to last to? The blood, anyway.
Probably a week or so time.
Would more make you last longer, or it's not how that work? Just a curiosity thing.
Technically, more could last me longer, yes.
Technically?
The blood, I could last about a month if I had about little over double more of what I just had. But that brings a person down to very little of their blood, and they feel extremely queasy afterward, need to rest almost immediately, and eat food and whatnot to regain their strength.
Well, I'm willing to give some of mine. And then if anyone else wants to, at least you don't have to worry for about a month.
It should give me time to find a place. And honestly, I don't have a specific place I want to go. I'm just traveling, looking about the locations. I was originally from Zuri, so.
There we go.
Well,
2 more
I'm
people
sorry.
to give you more blood, so you should be able to last them up.
And as you say that, even
Mhm.
Ashia comes out and offers a bit
Oh
of her blood.
god, here we go.
While this is ongoing, Ulrich's going to be ritual casting or something.
Understood.
That.
Okay.
Specifically, second one.
Alright, let me double check that. What level spell is that?
Ritual. But it's first level.
Oh, it's ritual. Okay.
Yeah.
Second one. Oh.
Yeah, he's just doing that on the side.
Okay. Understood. Okay. the Twilight. As you're asking that question, they kind of ponder for a moment. I guess so. I mean, I don't want to impose on you and your friend's little venture. I've been traveling alone for so long, it really does not bother me.
We're just dealing with world-ending things, nothing too serious.
Having me with you may cause you complications, though, so maybe it's not for the best for you.
Complications? What are those?
Many people don't care for my type.
Trust me, I feel like you'd be the least problem with that.
Is everyone okay with my accompaniment? I don't want to do this if even one of you would be uncomfortable.
Ulrich?
You will notice he is ritual casting a spell.
Oh, he's too busy focusing on something, so I guess his vote is vetoed.
Because it does indeed take an hour to cast.
Well, how about this? Feel free to stay before the night. And if you don't feel like sticking around, you don't feel like sticking around. It is that simple.
I can go sleep in a tree over there. Technically, the sun does hurt. I have a cloak I wear.
Smart.
It hurts quite a lot, actually. So it's definitely best I don't stay in the sun for long.
Understandable. Well,
She kind of gives off a smile at that. And goes, I wouldn't want to impose and take your place of sleep. I mean, not really rest, per se. I will not continue to turn down your offer. As I was told from a very young age, it is rude to constantly decline of kind person's offer.
right.
You just kind of get a look from them, like curiosity to that. What was that?
Don't worry, we're just all chaotic little shits here.
In between all of that conversation, they would have taken any amount of blood that was offered.
So from
So-
Del, Allison, and Asha.
Ashia, yes. And I promise I will not touch your things.
He's just being weird. Don't mind him. Right. Well, since this is all taken care of, I'm going to go rest again. Real if we all understand they're into some weird kinky ass shit.
Then Akasha kind of just stares at you, stares at Rayla, stares back at you. It's like, kind of, that like, huh?
That's why. I knew you fucking wizards do weird shit in your studies. God damn it.
She kind of looks over toward you, Ulrich, and just kind of bows her head a bit.
As he continues mumbling various prayers at a thing of water.
I will leave you be. As they kind of walk back over to pick up their weapons again, I am going to roll something. Okay. Um, Thank you again. They step inside the tent for the night. Ulrich, after about the hour has passed, you have richly casted what you needed to on that water.
I can't believe Ulrich's making holy water.
Good night, Belith.
And just like that, Raylith, your watch ended. And Shia took over for their watch. To which not much has happened. The night progressed. Actually, who needs to roll the next day's worth of things? That would be an Xena. I just called you Allison. Xena, 3D100s.
Okay.
Oh, 40 is the new
42.
number.
40 is the number for Xena. And a 50. Okay. And weather's 42. Okay. One thing that the Gaba will notice is that the wind has died down tremendously and has quickly become a lot lighter cloud formation. As the weather calms for the next ongoing day. Seems like it may be a good day for travel. But it does seem as though the clouds have lightened and the sun will be out for most of the day. Which is unfortunate for your new friend.
Well, guess we're setting a tent up in the cart again.
And then the one and okay. And understood. That's gonna be fun. The night progresses on with nothing of significance happening for Ashia as her watch comes to an end. She awakens Allison for the last little bit of the night. Allison, as you step out, the brisk air of night hits you. It's cooler, but not cold quite yet. It is definitely the autumn temperature. As you get closer to the fire, it's warmed up significantly as the wind has died down, so the fire is more calm tonight. You listen out for the sound of rustling leaves, animals, as your watch veils into nothing. It seemed calm for the rest of the night. As the sun begins to rise. Unless there's anything else you would like to do before the others awaken. Everyone may take a long rest if you need it. So with that, everyone can begin to wake up from their slumber.
Better not be comatose this time, Leia.
As you do that, he kind of shifts a bit. He doesn't wake up immediately, but he kind of makes an almost cat sounding noise as he kind of shuffles a bit, which is the usual for Leia.
Better than last time. Pat, pat, pat.
Hello,
Morning.
I made a revelation.
Yes.
We all know our favorite asset creator Lindy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just joined Aether.
Oh my god.
Oh, sure. Cool.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Nita? But yeah, back to the D&D.
Dode is attempting to set up the cart with one of the tents to kind of give it a little bit of a canopy.
Okay. Understood. There is now a canopy, like tent, over the normally open wagon and cart.
Then, rations for breakfast once more.
Rations do be the thing.
I'm sitting here, I'm going to be looking Brelith over for any lingering signs of vampirism or anything.
Give me a perception roll.
I'm wonderful, the
Well, I guess it could have been investigation or perception. So if you'd like to try investigation, you can.
Yeah, don't mind Rolf while I just poke and prod you a bit. Yeah.
And pour holy water over your head and stuff. You know, don't mind this.
we have the backup just in case. Here, Relith, drink this.
What are you doing?
As you examine
tasty.
Relith, he doesn't seem to have changed, and the sun does not seem to be harming him in the least. Neither with the other 2 or 3 that have also offered up their blood. They all just have solid holes in their arm that are healing.
Very good then. That was an odd encounter.
They seem nice, although.
Seemingly so.
As you speak of them, you notice a cloaked figure stepping out from Rayla's tent and kind of sitting down on a log nearby.
Good morning.
Good morning. Not usually awake during these hours. Too often.
Well, we had the cart set up for you to get comfortable. I even put some blanket down. Might smell a little bit, I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. But I don't believe we've actually asked your friend here if they're fully okay with it. They were quite concentrated on what they were doing last night.
Well, like, you wouldn't mind if they traveled with us for a little bit till they get to the place, right?
Well, if the decision has been made, then it is hardly my place to deny it.
Well, it hadn't quite been made official until everyone was okay with it. I do not want to impose if even one is uncomfortable.
It would seem that it has been. The cart is prepared and everything.
I mean, I don't know, it's still comfortable with the son of you while you're lying back there anyway.
It is of no inconvenience to me.
Then I guess I will travel with you for a little while.
Feel free
I will
to
not
leave
impose with you.
whenever you want. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow night, could be the night after. Don't feel forced to stay. Does that make any sense?
I understand.
Which direction did you come from anyway, out of curiosity?
In technicality, came from the mountains.
Wow.
You know, by Fogder, the dwarven embassy.
Yeah. How's it like over there?
Baron?
Yeah, I can imagine.
And obviously the dwarves aren't too keen on me.
Yeah.
Especially since I was an elf at one point, so even more so.
And why did you find yourself over there?
Well, as I said last night, I am originally from Alzori, the continent of the elves, to the east. I was in Shadowray as a member of the embassy. And found myself in
Looks up.
If you would like, you may roll a history check, Allison. Okay. As you think to yourself and you look up, last night it was a bit harder to tell the amount of darkness and whatnot, even though you have your blind sight and dark vision. Now that you can properly see the colors, You look upon this person, and you would have known them from a history book. The ones held in Shadowray. The ones that are protected. The name strikingly familiar to the face. This may be a woman that was known long ago to have been the first ones to set up the embassy in Shadowray. One of the original founders. But had gone missing long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite remember how long it's been. But I've got into a bit of bad luck. You can tell where that's led me.
That is unfortunate. I'm sorry.
So, for a long time, I've just been traveling.
Do you
Unmoved
often
by most.
get people to offer blood to you, or is that a rare?
It's quite rare. But blood from a person fulfills me much more than blood from an animal.
That's understandable.
And I tend to not want to harm all kinds of creatures, as I tend to love the forest, but sometimes I can't help myself.
Well, we're glad to have helped at least a little bit for you.
I do indeed thank all of you for your kind consideration.
And where is it you tend to go, ultimately?
As I've said to your friend last night, I have no known destination. I've tried to appeal back to those in Shadowray, but they would not see me. Saying I'm someone who doesn't exist.
How long ago was that?
My last time going to Shadowray?
Yes.
Maybe a little over 200 years. I think. Sounds right, but I can't.
So why not try it again?
We are being rejected again, I guess.
Well, we are heading up that way. After the Caribou Chasms.
In what direction are you heading?
We're heading through Antaref. After we go to the Twilight Fort.
Are you going through Kael'Kirk then?
Yes, we are.
Perhaps I'll split off from you from Kael'Kirk and I'll head down to the head of you.
Very well. Do you know Antaref well?
Not very.
Right, okay.
I can imagine a lot has changed since you started wandering the continent.
I'm trying to think of any landmarks or a tavern that might be good.
Fine, I'll find my way around. Most of the people who chased me out last time I was there are probably long gone by now, so
Also, if you're wondering how long it's been, all you need to probably know is when Shadowray was founded.
How long ago was that? That was a while, from what I know.
Should have been only a few hundred years.
To answer your question,
Believe
That is-
I'm only 572,
that is a complicated question.
I think. Allison. As soon as she says 572, you can immediately tell that their memory is fully faulty. They are thousands of years old.
You don't remember?
I remember, it's only been a few hundred years.
No. It's been more than 1,000. After all, you are in history books. Back at Shadowray.
The more you speak of these things, the more confused they seem to look. And then you notice a tinge as they kind of wince a bit
Like from pain?
from pain.
Maybe something is stopping you from remembering.
Mm.
Something or someone.
Can I inquire who turned you into a vampire, or are they dead now?
They kind of look at you as you ask the question, but then immediately look down and kind of back and forth as if they're trying to remember the name.
This seems to go deeper than this conversation can take us.
Mm. Hmm. It is fine. Do not worry. How about we eat breakfast, get everyone up, pack up, get going.
Who, your question, Relith, depend on numerous factors. The mechanism of the infection, how long it has been, what specifically it was that turned them, things of that nature.
Wait, there's other ways of being turned into a vampire?
More specifically, the power of the one that did the turning, I would say, is often rather crucial. Even then, I am not specifically trained in such things. If anywhere, Cock would be the one that would clearly be capable of it. But again, whether it is even a ability at all would depend on a multitude of factors.
Understood.
Well, anyway, I think it's best if you don't enter Shadowray without us, at least.
Mm.
As you said, 200 years ago might be longer.
They nod, but they commence no longer speaking.
Yeah.
And then wait in the car, if you don't mind.
Of course.
And make their way to the car.
They do have one slight, very slight advantage if they do to be cured. And that is simply that they are an elf. For a normal person, if they had outlived their lifetime, then becoming unturned would be a borderline impossibility.
Well, elves can only live so long.
It is an advantage nonetheless.
Yes.
I think they would have been past their lifespan at this point.
I think they
Yes,
are
I
well
would imagine.
past that, so anyone they would have known probably doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
Besides, maybe this person that turned 10.
Well, hopefully we never bump into that person, huh?
Bring
Let's
up a
hope so.
note. Nick has said he may have to step out. I will leave out 3 remaining players, whether they would like to attempt to continue, at least till Eelgray, or if they would like to end session here.
I'm fine with both.
Ava,
I
have an
don't
opinion.
care.
Yep. Huh? Ava, have an opinion. I think she's cooking food.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, either way, we will take a break, and if we would like, we can
Yes.
make the decision
During
after
the break
has
we
been
can
had.
That is
decide.
fair.
So,
Get food and water.
yeah, so get some food, get some water, think about your answer, and we'll come back and make a decision.
No.
Take a break.
No food, no water.
Okay, I'm stepping
No.
out. I will see you guys later.
Okay, Nick.
Bye bye. Alright, chat. I'm calling it there. I'm just gonna shoot you over at pause, so thank you guys for stopping by. Really do appreciate it.
Yes food and yes water.
I will see all of
Both
you
are good.
guys later. Goodbye.
I think Dudley's the one who recommended this to me.